Hello, welcome to the last part and part 3 of our Defeating Digital Addiction and Input Addiction series. And this one is the probably most helpful one, I hope, because it's going to be off years of different trials and errors and research of discovering the best apps and practices to really help me be a digital minimalist, so you would say, and not get sucked in and lose my mind with social media and even just input addictions in general. All right, so remember the 3 steps. Step 1, downsize all the apps you can. Step 2, within those apps, follow as least people as you can. Step 2, or that was step 1. Step 2, decide your time and when you're going to be able to do it, for how long and when each day. Now, how are you going to do it? And the answer is app blockers, okay? I've tried a lot. There's, and the funny thing, well, it's actually not funny at all, but the thing is, most app blockers make it very easy for you to not follow them. Like even the built-in screen time tracker that comes with your iPhone, and it allows you to set different limits for different apps. That's great. But so say you set your limit for your app, so you're looking at it, your limit comes up saying you've reached your limit for the day, and then what button comes up right underneath it? Ignore. Why would they do that? That is the dumbest thing to ever do, because that's never worked for me ever. I've set my limits, it's come up, you've reached your limit for today, and you know what I do? Ignore. Super easy, goes right back to my whatever I was doing, okay? So let's just say there's some that are very ineffective. All right, so these are the ones that I have found to be very, 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 very helpful. So first we're gonna start ones for your computer. So I really like Freedom, and Freedom makes a couple different ones. So Freedom allows you to kind of block apps and track your time, but the extensions for Chrome that I really like from Freedom one is called Limit, which allows you to set limits for whatever sites you want. And when your limit is up, you can't go on it anymore. But for that, it is a little easy to disable that, which I'll explain later, but it does put a stop in you to stop the mindless consuming, okay? And I really like another one they have called Pause. So Pause is when you upload it or whatever, add it to your browser, for any website you want. It comes with a lot of websites already preloaded, but when you go to the website, a big green screen pops up that says pause. And you can set it for how long you want it to pause for before you're allowed to enter the site. So you can still enter the site, but so I have mine set for 1 minute. So for 1 minute I can't. And it's been so cool and such a good reminder if I type in Amazon or YouTube or whatever, that comes up and it reminds me to just stop, get present, and breathe for that whole minute before I can enter the website. I love that. That's been really nice. And it's also stopped me from mindlessly, when I'm trying to work and sometimes I'll just type in you or YouTube and just subconsciously. And when the pause come up, it allows me to say, oh wait, I don't need to go there right now. So that's been incredibly helpful. I really like that. Another one I really like for your computer is called Newsfeed Eradicator, and this is for Facebook. So you install that, and it literally allows you to, it eradicates your newsfeed. So the reason why I still have a Facebook is for business purposes. If I didn't have to use it for my business, I would not have a Facebook, but I have Facebook groups, I have a Facebook page. A lot of the businesses that I'm a part of, groups are in Facebook. So unfortunately, I still have to go on it. But when I do, I have this Facebook or this newsfeed eradicator, so I can't see anything. When I go on it, there's no newsfeed. All I can do is go on my groups or post something or whatever, which is great. So there's a similar one like that called Distraction-Free YouTube, which kind of allows you to do the same things. You can customize it to block when they suggest more videos or block your feed entirely. So that's another great one. Now, the best one I like, uBlock is another really good one for just blocking all the ads, okay? And that can do a lot more too, uBlock. And all of these will be in the blog post below, so you can click on them and repeat them. So just go there. But the biggest one I love for my computer is called BlockSite. I think it's called BlockSite. Or Stay Focused. Okay, it's called Stay Focused actually. It's from, the extension is called Stay Focused. And this allows you to completely block sites for a time completely. It's called the nuclear option. So, like for all any sites from YouTube to Facebook or anything like that, I have I forget what the time, I can't do it, I only have a certain amount of hours a day I can get on those. The rest of the time, you can't disable it. So you better be careful, because if you actually need to get on those, you can't in that time, which I think is great, because all the other ones are kind of easy to disable and get on. But if you do the nuclear option, if you will not be able, I don't know how to disable that option either. I'm sure I could figure it out if I did some research, but I physically cannot get on those sites at all during the times I don't want to, and you can't undo it. So that's a great one for your computer. Stay focused. All right, let's move on to phone apps, because it's actually way harder to find apps for your phone than it is your computer. So Moment is a good app just to kind of educate you about and encourage you to get off your phone throughout the day. I like that. Forest or Flora is another good one to, if you have a certain amount of time you want to stay off your phone to be focused, you set that up, which I like. Now, like I said, I've tried a lot of other phone blockers. And this is the final one I have for your phone, because it's the only one I've needed that's worked 100%. It's called Kids Locks. Now, it is designed to monitor your kids' devices and set boundaries for them of when they can do it and for how long, which is great. I use that for my daughter too, but I actually use it for myself. I installed it on my husband's phone, and on his phone I set the limits of when I can be on certain sites and for how long. So when my amount of time is up, or it's not the time I can do it, I literally can't get on those apps on my phone at all. So this has been so incredibly helpful. So I only have a certain amount of time during the day, usually during work hours, that I can even get on YouTube or Instagram or anything like that. After 7 p.m. and it doesn't start till 10 a.m., I can't get on those at all. So I can't look at them first thing when I wake up in the morning or last thing before bed. And on Saturdays is when we take our Sabbath. It's a totally technology-free day. I can't get on it at all the whole entire day Saturday. So unless I were to go find my husband and grab his phone and do all that, which I'm not going to do. So that has been a game changer. It just takes away the option to even be on my phone at times I said I didn't want to, even if I do want to in the moment. So I know that's kind of extreme, but if you want to do that, set it up on someone else's phone if you can. I know that's hard, or even another device you have, like an iPad or something, and then set your own limits, and it'll make it very easy for you. All right, so everything I just said will be in the post below. Try these out. I'm gonna make probably a course on defeating digital addiction, and it will just have all the steps and extra support, and I'll constantly be updating it with new apps, new strategies, new everything that I'm discovering. So it's always all in one place and it's always updated, just so you get the latest things I'm using to not be a slave to my devices, because I think as time goes on, we're going to need new strategies and better strategies, because they just keep getting more addictive and more things to look at. So if you're interested in that, let me know and I can send you something. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was super helpful. Let's just do this together, get our minds back together, support each other. Thank you for watching this series, and I will talk to you later.